took him was in '04. So I made sure I was bringing him back with me to this one. And
Just
I
repeat,
called him
literally
up.
repeating everything.
I called him up and I told him exactly what my plan was. So he said, "All right." So he tagged along with me. Atlanta Falcons game, the very first divisional game I saw at my house. I said, "I'm gonna stay home and I'm gonna watch this game at the house." They pulled off the victory with Julio Jones missing
Yep.
that catch in the end zone. It was a wrap.
Mhm.
So I celebrated by myself with a bunch of opposing fans and a bunch of haters that night, and I didn't care, you know what I mean? So I was just drinking it up, having a good time. The very next week, like Tim had mentioned, he hit me up. He told me he was coming down. Bro, I got sick. I got sick like crazy.
Yeah.
And I told myself nothing's gonna stop me. I even told, well, at the time, Autumn was my fiance, and I said, listen, this is my destiny to go to this game. I'm gonna be
Absolutely.
there. So I that's exactly what happened. We ended up showing up there like 7 a.m., maybe a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
And bro, I'm talking about my head was pounding. I was like just beasting it up as best as I can. I was doing everything that Tim wanted to do. We went to the P lot. We went to go show them some love.
Yep.
Um, we walked back, like he said. Elijah Quails was with us. He's chilled with us the whole day. We were just chilling with him. I wasn't drinking as much. I wasn't eating as much. Tim was blessed with going into the game. I didn't. I stayed out in the parking lot because, like I said, I wanted to do it exactly how I did it in '04. So I stayed out in the parking lot,
Well,
and
hold on, Tom. I don't want to cut you off real quick, but you actually just said something that I want to, because we are on the West Coast out here, so I do really want to give a vibe to a lot of people. They're Eagles fans, like Jeffrey Lurie said, for the Eagles fans all over the world. So the cats that they might not be, they might have not actually been to the link and been in that ambiance, but it is common. You might not have an actual ticket to the game, but you will actually still go down to the stadium and tailgate, and somebody going to have a TV or
oh,
somebody. It's going to be
yeah, absolutely. It's a
a lot.
guaranteed, and that's exactly how it happened. You know, what I mean, the TVs were all over the parking lot. I even offered this gentleman, like, listen, sir, I'll pay for one of your seats. I'll give you $20 for one of your seats. You let me sit here and watch the game with you. He said, dude, hold your money, man. We're all Eagles fans here. Sit down and let's go ahead and bring this. You know, what I mean, let's go back to the Super Bowl. I said, say less. You know what I mean? Okay.
There you
I
go.
sat there. Man, by that first drive, I saw, you know what I mean, the touchdown, they scored, they got all hyped up.
Yep.
Okay. The fever that I started getting, I started breaking. Like my fever was breaking, bro. I was like shivering and everything. And I said, look,
Wow.
all right, I'm gonna go back to my car. I'm gonna turn on the car, get heated up a little bit,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna go ahead and try to beat this. Bro, I probably was in the car for like 15 minutes when Robinson got that interception. I said, look, I'm beasting this shit out. I turned the car off. I went back out to the parking lot. I went and got my seat back at the spot, and I sat there the rest of the game. Um, the momentum of the game when he got that interception pretty much changed the momentum of my sickness. Like I wasn't even worried about being sick anymore. So
Yep.
the rest was history. We ended up pulling off the W. The guys are in there celebrating. I'm waiting for them to come back out of the stadium, and you know, what I mean, as soon as I see Tim, we started hugging it out. We were just all celebrating. We were excited. We were going back to the bowl. And then yeah, man, you know what I mean? We became champions. We
Yep.
celebrated. Got to celebrate our first parade over here. It was a great experience, man. So
Now, now, what's crazy is that all of us here. Remember, this is my cousin. This the OG of the group right down here for me. That's my cousin. That's Cuz Will right
what's
there.
going on, bro?
What's up, Prime?
We were all actually at the LA game, all four of us.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
But were you guys weren't there together though, right? Or you were?
Who me and Prime?
You and Prime.
No, no, I
No.
didn't. No, no, no.
Okay.
I didn't get to
Okay.
go to the. I didn't get to go to that Rams game. I went to
Yeah.
the game. I went to the Chargers game in Carson City.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he went to the
Yeah.
Carson one. Yeah.
So I do want to speak on that real quick about when Wentz went down, because you're right. When we were all there live, you felt a big presence of people just were, even
I
though we
bet.
won,
You went on the
their
other
heads were down on the ground.
I know
They-
the Coliseum, how it has that, like, it's
Your levels are real low, cuz we can't really hear you.
yeah. Your
Can you hear
mic.
me now?
Like,
Good.
But yeah, no, everybody's just their heads were looking down to the ground. It's over, and I ain't gonna lie, I was disappointed because we literally saw Wentz walk right by us. But I knew what Nick Foles was. I knew what he did before, and I'll never forget thinking in my head. And this is from my mouth to God's ear. I'm not bullshitting you guys. I really was in my head thinking, I think we can still do it with Nick Foles. Yo, no sooner does this voice come in my head, does Cuz say out loud, we good. Nick Foles gonna run it.
Yeah,
27
it's the
2.
truth.
Yep.
Was the truth. He, like I said, he knew our system to the T. So it was just like the perfect scenario for him to be the backup quarterback. There was no worries at all, man. I was very confident. Now, don't get me wrong. That last game against Oakland was frustrating. It was real frustrating just getting through that game. We pulled off the victory, but it was just like, shit, man. We can't. You know what I mean? Come on. Like I'm in the crowd speaking to him, like, dude, get your shit together. We need better. We need a better outcome, especially going into the playoffs in the next couple of weeks. Like, you know what I mean? Come on. But hey, as crazy or corny as it might sound, he must have heard me because it clicked. Like it clicked.
It seemed like it clicked literally in that Falcons game. The first half was kind of bumpy, but then it was like something. It seemed like that switch went off after he came back. After we came out back on the field in the second half, it was a different Nick Foles, and it was almost like a calming nature, like locked in. And I mean, you seen what our boys did after that.
Yeah,
Like they
man.
just and it did come down to the failed Julio, you know what I'm saying, miss, but man, it was a different Nick Foles from the rest of the way in the playoffs.
Yeah, it definitely was. It definitely was.
Yeah, but the teams that take that, because we took 2 weeks off, really, because we didn't play nobody for the Cowboys. So, that's always risky. We was rusty. You could see it. So, but we, unfortunately, I didn't see much of the game because I was lit. So, but the second half I saw it. The first half I don't really remember. It was long, a lot of tailgating. Big games.
We did tailgate hard that day. Well, I know King's got some questions lined up, and I want to jump right in because we got Prime with us today, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? The man, the myth, the legend. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here. You know what I'm saying? It's our first time really meeting. I want to know more about you. You know what I'm saying? And I know King and you guys, y'all will go back like cornrows, but
Yeah,
you know
bro. I
what I'm
mean,
saying?
yeah. Tim, like Tim said, bro, we clicked instantly. Like the day that we finally, met. He actually had Jen, his wife, with him. You know what I mean? Big ups to my sis. I know she's happy. You know what I mean? I know she's in heaven right now with
Bruh.
her
man.
49ers and
Hey,
everything.
bro, we're going to LA. She bought tickets like about 2
God
hours.
damn, bro. Y'all, hey
You
man,
know-
that's Jen. Because if it was the other way around, I know she rolling.
She would
through
let
the
me.
years, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Nah, it's all good. But yeah, we clicked instantly, man. And then like like he said, we've been family since. I mean, he's been over here a few times, and I'm one of the things that I about me and my family, like my brother, and he could tell you, we always make sure what I mean people are good. So when he came, try to tell him you ain't got nothing to worry about, man. You good, you in good hands. You're gonna be taken care of, and what I mean he could he could attest to it. Like
Bro.
Yeah.
that's what we all about.
When I come home, I'm telling you, like listen, the Niners. So we went to the Niners Eagles game, and we had some of our friends that we all know from California. I think it was who was it? Was it Philadelphia? Right?
Yep.
Cali,
Mark. And then we had some of my wife's friends from the Niners side.
Right.
They came out, and I always tell them how back home is. I'm like, listen, we throw block parties, we get it in, you know what I'm saying? But it's during COVID, so we're going to be respectful with it. I hit Prime up, I hit Will up. We had Mark, I think Mark. So they're Cowboy fans, okay? So let's be honest, everybody in their family that's an Eagles fan has a family member that's a Cowboy fan, right?
And they can't make no sense of why or how.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's one of those things. So big shout out to little bro Will. I love that man. I got him. I went to Dallas a couple weeks ago for that Niner game. I got him a towel. I hit him up. He was like very thankful. So I gotta get. Yeah, I got him. I gave him one.
You got him a towel with an L. I like it. I love
exactly.
I love it. I love it, man.
they're gonna be remembered for that dude that got caught cheating or whatever. You see the thing that was floating online.
Yes.
Homeboy and his ex-girlfriend lit him up. That's what you Cowboys are gonna be remembered for all off season. And it's just gonna be a dude and his side chick trying to go ahead and make him feel better.
Yeah.
My
My man that was running the cameras that day pretty much already knew what he needed to do. It wasn't about the fact that the Cowboys called an L. It was about let's go into the crowd and get the best memes of the year. And I mean, shit, he pulled out like 15, 20 of them damn things. So it was just like perfect. It was perfect, man.
That was the best.
Yeah.
Oh man.
We got some comments here, so I want to go Jadis Young. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Pete?
Yeah, definitely got to hit up the comments. Jadis Young, what's up?
What's up?
What's going on? We got Prime in the building, man. It's funny because, like, people. It's funny because, people see me and they see me like when they'll be like, yo, where's Prime? And I'm like, okay, damn, like I know always with Prime, but damn, yo. I don't even have, they're like, where's King? Where's Prime? So it's funny.
Man, that's how it be. People get used to seeing certain people riding together. So,
it's funny. But I guess, because every time I come home, I'm with him, like 90% of the time.
I hear that.
I'm with
Facts.
Bowles is the Eagles GOAT. You know what I'm saying? LOL, Super Bowl, 27 TDs, only 2 interceptions, and 7 touchdowns in Oakland. And he is in the Hall of Fame for that. Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. So, Prime, since you are new to the show, we have this little thing. I don't know if you don't like to drink as much, but when I come around, you always drink, right? Yeah. So we have some trigger words today. So I want you guys to study that. So these are 3 words. These are trigger words. If you say Jalen Rager, you say JJ Offleg or Whiteside, Derek Barnett, we all have to take a shot.
Shit.
With those shots, please, or a sip of beer, Go upstairs and go get yourself something comfortable. Drink.
Now you telling me this?
My bad. I text you.
This is what we do on the Swoop Boys, man. This is what we do.
This is Swoop Boys. This is Swoop Boys.
But listen, I'm so kind of like I don't mind taking a shot. I really don't drink on the weekdays. But I'm confident that I'm not even going to mention none of these 3 clowns anyway.
That's the part. It's not
no. But one of us will, though. Especially Ill Will. Ill Will mention one of them.
Fine. And I'm gonna be the one to point it out. But like shot, you know what I
mean? Well, you don't have to take a shot. They say if you get a beer or you have something to drink, just drink that. I know you got work in the morning, so I know.
It's all good. You know, shot ain't gonna hurt me.
You know what I'm saying? So those are the 3 trigger words. We say that throughout the podcast. You gotta take a shower, take a swig of whatever you got. So the first thing we're gonna jump on, we're gonna learn a little bit. We're gonna have a little bit of trivia when it comes to the Philadelphia Eagles and Prime. So first of all, you guys just learned who Prime is. Well, I'm gonna let Rico. I'm gonna let you go ahead and take this question first. Go ahead.
All right. Hey, you know what? If you're anywhere around Eagles Twitter, Eagles social media, you've probably seen, the bodyguard, they'll refer to him as sometimes,
Yeah.
Prime, he holds it down. So what you also might know is he has these crazy ass masks. Prime, I got to ask you, man, how many of them do you have for one? And where and when did you start doing this? Because the whole Prime thing, I think it's one of the dopest things possible. When you see like different Eagles fans, like all over, like, some dudes wear the bird hat, some dudes wear the wings, but the Prime is just different. And ain't no way you go to an Eagles game and see that and you forget it. So it's memorable.
Yeah.
Where did it come from? Where'd you start? Let me know.
I was born in the 80s, 79 into the 80s. 80s was my time. I love Transformers. Transformers was my cartoon. It was Transformers, He-Man, G.I. Joe, Thundercats, all that stuff. But Optimus Prime was one of my favorite characters, of course. So the way it happened was that one day, and I took Tim to this spot. We went to Berlin Flea Market, and there's these lanes. There's these lanes that get this guy has like a bunch of toys like all over the tables. Now, I used to have all these action figures back in the day: Star Wars, Thundercats, G.I. Joe, the He-Mans, the Transformers, and I mean the original shits. Hey, my mom probably did one of the biggest probably one of my biggest regrets is that she ended up giving all my toys away when I was a kid. Because God
Ah,
only knows that if I would have kept all those things and the way things are going in today's world,
yeah.
man, I probably would have had this house paid for already, honestly.
Yep.
um,
And season ticks.
It's like
and season ticks, yeah, true that, man. Probably for the next few years.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, this mask is sitting at the table, and I see this thing, and I'm like, oh shit, it's an Optimus Prime mask. So I grabbed it. I got my boy who's real good at airbrushing, so I link up with him, and then
shout out to him. What's my
yeah,
man's
yeah,
name?
shout out to Keith, my old head.
Shout out to Keith.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, so we catch up. I catch up with Keith, and I'm like, listen, man, I'm gonna put this in your hands. You know my love for the Philadelphia Eagles, and I love Transformers. I'm gonna leave it up to you to go ahead and hook it up. So he was like, why don't we just do a replica of the helmet? I said, okay. He was like, but you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and change the style up a little bit. I said, all right, I like it. So he ended up doing exactly that. He threw the wings on his things, ended up airbrushing it green.
Yeah.
So I decided I'm gonna go ahead and bring it to the game, man. I bring it to the game, and it definitely drew a lot of attention. You know what I mean? It was something, people don't normally see. So I
Yeah.
was rocking this. I was rocking this things for a few years, probably I'm gonna say back in like 15.
Okay.
But I catch up with E-Rock at the time that was part of, our Fourth and John crew. And we catch up at Chicky and Pete's. So
Okay.
I finally meet him. I've been, I was following Fourth and John before I became a part of Fourth and John.
Okay.
So I started kicking it with E, and he was the one that pretty much invited me to the tailgate that me and Tim met at.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, I'll be there. Don't worry about it. What do I need to bring? He was like, look, just bring yourselves. Everything else is taken care of. I said, okay. So I get there, and I got my mask, and he was like, yo, this is just something I've never seen before. I was like, well, you're gonna be seeing a whole lot more of this thing. So
Nice.
he had asked me for a favor to get something airbrushed. I think we were going into the next season. We had won the Super Bowl. We celebrated all that stuff. Now we're going into the next season, the 2018 season.
Yeah.
And he was like, look, that military week is coming up. And he went and bought himself a military helmet. And he was
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
can you get this airbrush from me? And I said, no problem. I'll take care of it for you.
Yeah.
So I took it. And then he met up with me at the place. And from a distance, he's like, yo, Prime. And I didn't even think twice about it. I'm like, who the fuck is he? Like, who's he talking to?
Yeah.
So then he was like, I was like, what did you call me? He was like, well, I'm calling you Prime because, you got the Prime helmet. So it clicked. And I said, okay, I like this.
Yeah.
I get to the tailgate, Gail and E are calling me Prime the whole time. So it just stuck with me. It was just a name that I just, I started going known by, and came back and I told the wifey the story. She's laughing at me like, what the fuck are you talking? I'm like, but like they calling me Prime, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's like, you guys are so corny. I'm like, whatever, man.
But women don't love to say that to us.
Hey, this is the thing though. This is the thing though. His wife though. But his wife, oh my gosh, she'll cap on your ass.
Yeah,
all
she breaks
day.
balls.
She don't.
She breaks balls. So,
Yeah,
so
yeah, that's how wifey do it.
yeah. So like I said, it stuck with me, and then it just became my thing. So from this day on, everybody just pretty much started calling me Prime, and then I built off of it. I got myself a logo. If you guys can see it in the background, I got it here airbrushed on the wall.
Yep.
To answer your question about how many I own 24 of these things.
Yo, what?
Yeah. I got 24 different styles, all for like away games, military appreciation, breast cancer.
Wow.
I even did one for Kobe's passing. I did because he was a big Eagles fan.
Yeah,
Giovanni, I ended up doing one for Giovanni. I got an Eagles.
Giovanni.
Yeah, I got an Eagles autism one that I haven't brought out yet. I'm going to bring out for the Eagles autism this upcoming season. I got an all black one. I got throwback ones. Yeah, I got. Oh, I even got. I'm a Flyers fan. I'm a Sixers fan. I'm a Phillies fan. So I got one for each of those. I'm a Miami Hurricanes fan. So I got one for Miami Hurricanes. So yeah, I got 24 of these babies, man, and they're all my pride and joy. I got a couple of them. I got a couple of them hanging up in the back. Those are my like all my original ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was really expecting you to say like, I don't know, 5, 6, but
Nah.
damn,
No,
24.
no,
44,
no.
man. I got
Hey,
out of
so
hand with
You
these
got
things,
Kobe,
man.
bro. You
yeah,
got the Kobe
no.
number.
Hey, but Rico, this is the thing though. You look below his TV. He has them all
All
lined up,
lined up. Yeah.
all lined
They
up.
over here to the right of me. To the
It's
left of
there.
me. I
Yeah,
It's
mean,
it's
there.
yeah,
crazy.
they all lined
Yeah.
up over here.
But
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
what's funny though? But what's funny? So like, coming from the 4th of John group, I also came from there as well, and I got interviewed after a game, and somebody was like, "Yo, we want to interview the big black dude," and I was like, "What?"
It's not PC.
So like, I'm in the interview, whatever, and that's how I got my name, E-Rock. E-Rock was like the big black dude. We're gonna call him King. I was like, "Oh, okay, all right." So that's why I went King Kincaid. My name is Timothy Kincaid. If I go by Tim or King.
Yeah.
So yeah, so E-Rock and Gail, they just be, and then we both had our own T-shirts for a while. They were selling our T-shirts.
Yeah, man.
So
Yeah.
yeah, man. So that's how Prime and King actually was created. We were both created in 2017 after that Super Bowl season.
Pretty much, yeah. Established in
Yeah.
17. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we
You're
were
right.
established. We were both established in
You're right.
2017.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So let's get into some picks. Let's go into the AFC. We have the Cincinnati Bengals going against the Kansas City Chiefs. Who are we going? Who are we picking? Does anybody know like the point spread on that one too?
I haven't seen the point spreads for any
I
of
can
the
tell you
games
point
that are
spread.
upcoming this week.
I take the under no matter what it is.
Take the under on it.
Yeah, because Cincinnati defense tight. So
Got you.
They are.
Got you. Rico, can you get the numbers? You deliver the numbers
Yeah,
for
I'm
us?
pulling them up right now. Pulling them up right now for us. Pro football. All right, so the Bengals are actually +7.
+7.
yeah,
Woo.
Underdogs. I like it.
Yeah, I'm definitely taking the under on that one. I definitely will take the under on that.
yeah. I take
Well, the under, yeah, because it's 54.5 on the under.
Yeah, I'm definitely taking the under.
I don't mean-
So who are we picking? So on this one, Will, who are we picking?
I'm going KC. I mean,
KC?
so Burrow, he's nice. I mean, he's the real deal. He got some nice receivers. The defense is really good, but that's a big game for me. Kansas City, that's a tough place to play. It really is. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't see them losing that game at all. I can't see it. They could know defense is tight, so if they mess up, but I don't think so.
Yeah. True.
And, I mean, that's the championship game. That's a big moment. That's
It's a big moment, and they're young.
to the bowl. It's hard. It's hard to win that game. So
Yeah, for them being a young group, my heart, I want to go with Cincinnati, but my football mind tells me you gotta go with Mahomes. You gotta go with the guys who've been there before. This moment, they've been great up until now, but it might just be a bigger moment than those guys are ready for. I think next year they might go, take it a step further. But yeah, I'm going KC.
All right.
And you know what? I might even give KC the 7 points.
Okay. All right. Prime, talk to me.
I'm gonna go the opposite direction, man. I'm not sleeping on Cincinnati. They're used to that cold weather. They're used to that atmosphere.
Yep.
These boys are hot, man, and they clicking at the right time. The defense has been coming through. I really, I'm gonna say it's going to be an upset on Sunday. I hate to say it.
Hey,
It's going to
I
be.
would-
I mean, that's not out of the park on that one. That's
No. You know what I mean? I get it. You know what I mean? And they are young. You bring out a good point. They are young, but I mean, like, we're talking about guys that balled out. I mean, the way Burrow and Chase are clicking because of their college history, and the
man.
way they bringing that right into the NFL, it's just like
Yeah.
sick, man. It's just like
Yeah,
unheard of.
man. That's why I said they're the real deal. Like no joke.
They definitely are.
Yo,
I-
cousin Will, can you fix your mic? Because your mic is echoing.
Yeah, you sound like
Is it
you're underwater. It's like an echo or like you're underwater. Now, you know what? I agree with you. It could definitely happen. It could 100% happen. And you raised a good point by saying what Burrow and Chase got together. That's real, bro. That's real. You know how some teams you see them, they have a great season, and then the next year they never look the same, or they don't ever get that magic back. I do not see that happening with this crew. I really see the Burrow Chase connection and then you even got Mixon running like a madman, I really see this being a thing for the next few years at least. So I think if they don't do it all the way on Sunday or Saturday, they're playing Sunday. If they don't do it all the way Sunday, I think we're going to be seeing these boys around for a while. I really do.
He ain't lying.
But yeah, so I'm gonna go on this one.
His mic, he's talking, but his mic's not on.
My bad. Yeah. I was trying to go.
That's better, right? You hear me better now? Or no?
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
It was. So on this one, I'm gonna go Bengals, man. I like Joe Burrow. I like with Chase Young. Their defense, man. You know, they can cause some chaos. You know, in full Patrick Mahomes into making a mistake. So I'm going with Cincinnati on this one. And plus, you know what? I ain't gonna even say that. I'm gonna save it to the NFC side on that one. You know what I'm saying? So
to guard and back you guys' point, even though I am taking KC, they did have a game earlier this season, and Cincinnati did upset them, didn't they?
They did.
They're playing like trash, but I think I know Andy Reid, and you know, I think I'm not gonna say it right now because I don't want to give no spoiler alert. But I think I know that because that young aggressive defense, he gonna have something for him. They're gonna be like, oh man. So we'll see. But I think they can win. I do think they can win. If they cause a couple turnovers, it's a wrap.
I want to say people love to say when an underdog team or a team that's young like this overperforms or beats a big team, people love to say, and it is true sometimes, but people love to say that the team played like crap. Can we stop painting that narrative that the other team lost it? How about the underdog team where the young Bulls actually had a good enough game plan and they actually matched up well enough to make the other team look that bad?
I would.
Tell him.
Penalties are one thing, but sometimes a matchup really does a lot more in the NFL than any other sport you see.
Everybody gets paid. So,
facts.
Defense gets paid too. So you're right. But some teams do play like crap. Like
no, I'm not saying I'm not saying every time, but sometimes they do play like crap.
So we have a total. So we have a total of 2-2. Is that correct? So we have 2 on Bengals, 2 in Kansas City. All right. So that's one else in the AFC. There we playing on Sunday. I think it's that Sunday night. That's a Sunday night game.
They are actually the earlier game.
Yeah,
they're the earlier game.
AFC Championship is usually played first.
That's right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. All right. So now we go and get into another Prime question. So this is my question to you, Prime. What is the biggest pet peeve when you're tailgating or when you're at the game? Either. What's your biggest pet peeve?
Biggest pet peeve.
Because y'all are tailgating champs, you know what I'm saying? So I just it be lit. I got a FaceTime at the Cowboys game. Mark went to the game, FaceTime me, DJ Oski in the background, like. So I gotta give it to y'all, man. Gotta give it to y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we definitely do hold it down. And adding DJ Lowski this past season we just took us to another level, man.
Shout out to DJ Lowski.
Yeah,
Rico, you remember DJ Lowski?
Yeah, I
remember. He definitely was a blessing this past season. So, but pet peeve wise, it's just like. So I'm taking it like what bothers me the most out of the two, like what would irk me at a tailgate at an Eagles game. Listen, when I'm inside that stadium, I'm like I could mix in with anybody. I've sat in pretty much in every spot, corner, deep hole, whatever you want to call it in that stadium for so many years. I've touched, I've blessed every part of that stadium. And wherever I'm sitting at, if it's with suits, I'm gonna act like a suit. If it's with a crazy crowd, I'm gonna act crazy with the crowd. If it's a mellow crowd, I'm gonna act mellow with the crowd. If it's children, I'm playing along with the children, making sure that they good and they comfortable and everything. I do it all. I do it all. So when it comes to the state inside the stadium, I don't let nothing disturb me. I don't get bothered by nothing. Now, mind you, don't get me wrong. That Cowboys game, this is probably the first time I ever got aggravated because the guy ended up going in there with a sign and he's sitting in front of me and kept on standing up with the goddamn sign. And I was being real nice about it. And I
Yeah,
pulled him to the side and I said, dude, I don't mind your sign, but you are standing up at the wrong time with the goddamn sign. So keep the goddamn sign down during a play. When
yeah,
it's the play's over or when it's a timeout or when it's nothing going on, get up all you want. No problem. I'll cheer you on. But if
yeah.
you get in my goddamn way one more time with the goddamn sign, and I got bro with me, he's laughing the whole time, and I'm like,
Oh
yo,
my God, I
come
couldn't.
on.
I know he was. I know he's probably egging it on.
A
But
lot of people.
nah,
Yeah,
inside the stadium, no issues, no pet peeve.
All right.
The tailgate, I just get a little bit. I don't know. People, I don't understand why people got to go get so shit faced. I don't understand how you're gonna
yeah,
Facts. Facts.
purchase a ticket to a goddamn game and don't even make it inside the stadium because you
I don't
decided
like
to
it.
get so shit faced.
yeah.
But if they never
If
get
it was
to
all
this
that, by all means, I'll take your ticket. I'll take your ticket. Give me your ticket. I'll go and enjoy the game, or I'll give it to somebody to go and enjoy it with me. Like
Yep.
Right.
that's so. If there's one thing that I would point out is just the limits when it comes to getting shit faced at a tailgate.
So
Gotcha.
you guys hear it. Prime says treat the signs like you treat a batter on base. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? You can't walk to your seat while the batter's on base. You can't do all that other funny stuff when the batter's on base. When there's football happening, put your fucking sign down.
What the fuck is that?
That's too funny. I
Yeah, I got a funny story for that
there
one though.
there's been a lot of tailgates, and I've been to. I mean, I've been to a lot of tailgates, and there's nothing compared to a Philadelphia Eagles tailgate because number one, they let us tailgate like at 4 o'clock in the morning. So you
Yeah.
have all that time.
Yeah.
They limit us a little bit.
You got all that time to get shit faced. And
They do
it,
limit us a little bit.
oh,
Monday night, you know,
it
they
just
give us
gets
about 6 hours versus
bad.
8 as opposed to.
That
Monday
Kansas
night
City
game or
was it
Sunday
the
night
Kansas
game.
City game? The Kansas City game. Man, I remember they had the ambulance right in front of our tailgate. You remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was bad, man. Like, so, but I don't want you to stop it because I love being out there at 5 o'clock cooking, cooking some pork roll or some scramble
We've
and getting
had
my Philly chase.
yeah, we've had a lot of we've had some long ass tailgates, man. Um, the longest tailgate that I had there was before I became part of the Fourth of July, and that was that Atlanta Falcons game. We
Yeah.
started we started at 2 o'clock. No, I got there at 11:30 in the morning. This is when the first game of the season. It was that
Yeah,
Thursday night.
right.
And then they celebrated every time whoever wins the Super Bowl the year before, they
The
start off
kickoff.
they start off to kick off the season with that
Yeah.
city.
That's
So
Yeah.
we had some events going down Penn's Landing that me, my wife at the time was my fiance, my two kids, well my daughter because my son wasn't born yet, and we go over there and we're all dressed down. I got the little one dressed down, all Eagles geared out. We were getting video, we were getting on the news. They were loving my boots. If you guys don't know, I get my boots airbrushed as well. So I had like the Super Bowl championship ring on the one side. I had
yeah.
the Super Bowl emblem on the other side. So they took video of that. It made NBC that day. Then after that, Autumn dropped me off at the tailgate. And that was the tailgate that I pretty much made my presence. Besides me and Tim meeting at that NFC Championship one, the tailgate that I made my presence was the tailgate that we burned the zero Super Bowl jerseys that
Oh,
license
license
plate guys.
Oh
plates.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we don't. So at the time, the Fourth and John crew at that moment was made a big donation to License Plates Guys Foundation,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
in return, he gave up that jersey. So we told him. Well, they had told him that we were going to go ahead and burn it.
Burn it.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I made my presence at the tailgate, and I tailgated with these guys. So I got there like around 2, and we tailgated all the way up to like about 7, and then the game went on. And then if you guys recall, we had a weather
Yeah.
delay.
Yeah.
We went into we went in yeah we went into like we got done like 1 o'clock in the morning that day. So
Uh-huh.
that was a
That's
long ass tailgate.
crazy.
So yeah, back to my presence there. Yeah, this was the day that, like, my voice was heard. my bodyguard impression kind of kicked in, where I literally moved this whole crowd back so they
Yeah.
could go ahead and burn this flag. And then I got the phone call the very next, well, not the very next day, a couple of days later from the crew, and they were like, "Yo, went back and we saw some of the video of what you did, and we want you to come back to the tailgate." So I said, "All right." So I came back to the tailgate, you know what I mean? The rest was pretty much history after that. But
Bodyguard.
yeah. But like I said, man, we've had some long ass tailgates that it took us about, at least I know for a fact, it took me 2 or 3 days to recover from.
Sheesh.
Yeah, that's how bad it was.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, I usually try to stop by, but it's a long walk from La P, so you know.
It's not that
No,
long.
it's not. No, it's not. We do it every time. We do it every time that we are
You need to
together.
get yourself a scooter.
Yeah. We did. Not gonna lie, we did take a scooter. We did take a scooter last time.
If my mom still lived in Jersey, I would definitely have a scooter, but nah, like it's okay. You know what I mean? The walk, I usually come over in the morning, check y'all out for a little bit, and then go back over to Lot P. But it's y'all tailgates like that, for sure.
Man. Yeah, we put it down. We try to give the best tailgate out there. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some definitely tailgates that are at a high elevation and everything. But hey, we do our thing the way we do it, and we get mad props for it.
I thought you were gonna say things that bother you about tailgates was gonna be all the people coming and eating all the food and you don't get that.
I got my.
Well, see, listen. I gotta be honest with you. There ain't never a time I go without. I make sure I get mine in before everybody gets theirs. So then that way you don't get a different version of Prime. You get the cool, calm, collective Prime. Because if I don't get my cheesesteak or I don't get, then I could be somebody else. But I try to avoid that.
If you don't get that Evan, that Evan cheesesteak, man, y'all might want to go down to the 4th of July tailgate.
I might need a pizza pie, baby.
He might got bump hands, you know what I'm saying? But he'll hook that up, man. He'll hook it up. Tell you right now. Straight up, man.
Evan puts it down, man.
That was
another. Shout out to Evan, man, because the chef, we call him the chef. That was something that we just pretty much started this past season, and it kicked off real good because never even realized that man could cook some cheesesteaks the way he does.
That's funny.
Shoot, next time I'm gonna get one.
Yeah.
Gotta come through. All right, so we got another question. I got another question for everybody in this one. So everybody's included in this one. All right. So who was your favorite player as you were growing up? Your favorite player of like all time or Eagles, whatever, doesn't matter. Your favorite player. I'm gonna start with affiliated Poppy. Go ahead and deliver that news, B.
Can we preface this question and take one player out because it's not fair. It's a cheat answer. Nobody can say Brian Dawkins because we all love him. He's he could literally run for mayor and he would win. So I want
go get that book, B. Go get that book, B.
There you go.
Go get that book.
Wait, y'all got him autograph too?
Want to go read? Get that book, B.
Prime, you were at the event he did, correct?
Yeah. Well, actually, we had an interview. We had an interview with Brian. We were blessed by the best. We had our interview with Brian, and then Gail blessed me and Evan with signed copies of the book. This one was an actual book that I bought on my own, but my signed one is actually hanged up with the rest of my Eagles stuff back here.
So go buy that book, man. Go support him.
Definitely go get the book.
He's a Philadelphia legend.
Yeah.
Go get that book.
But I agree with you. I mean, everybody's go-to is Brian Dawkins.
Yeah,
I'm going to be honest with you. It wasn't my favorite player growing up, but he became my favorite player throughout the whole, you know what I mean?
All right, so that's out the way, though. So, Rico,
all right, if I'm gonna say it, and I know Cuz is probably gonna give me some shit for it, but growing up, my favorite player was McNabb. That was my quarterback. You got to think I'm a little bit younger than the group here. You know what I'm saying? So
you're the little brother. Sorry.
Yeah, McNabb. We drafted McNabb the year I really got into football myself. I really started playing football. I was never a quarterback. I'm not gonna cap. I was never a quarterback. I was always a defensive player. But you know what I'm saying? McNabb was our guy. You know what I'm saying? And so while I watched him growing up every Sunday, you know what I'm saying? McNabb put the team on his back. You know, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So that was my favorite player growing up.
Big cousin Will, to you.
I mean, so I'm old school, right? So I remember when Vermeil came to the team. So I'm gonna tell you that my favorite player growing up. I mean, Randall. I was already in high school when Randall got to the team, so I
Wow.
gotta go with Harold Carmichael. So number
Wow.
17,
Okay.
he was a menace. Nobody could stop him back then. He was nice. So that was my favorite player growing up as a kid. Like,
Okay. That's
but
definitely
Randall, as I became, teenager, so
I like that. Respect for that
Yeah,
one.
that's dope. That's
respect to
dope.
that. All right, Prime. Go ahead, give it deliver, man.
My guy, he also rocked the number 20 before Brian Dawkins, and that was Andre Waters. Dirty Waters, man. Dirty
Ooh,
Andre Waters was my favorite
Ooh.
player growing
Waters.
up.
yeah.
Becoming an Eagles fan, it was good seeing, it was highlights watching that man. He
Yep.
put in some work, and the way he hated Emmitt Smith is the way I hate the Cowboys, bro. You know what I
Bruh.
mean? He used I used to love seeing that man put that duct tape on his forehead and he had Emmett's name written on those shits. Like, yeah, I'm coming for you, bitch. Like
Yep.
that was his
Yep.
that was his thing.
Whole
And
nine.
the crazy part about it is even on days that he wasn't playing the Cowboys, he still had Emmett on his damn
Yeah, he
forehead.
Mhm.
sure did.
Like it
He
was
was getting that bounty. Trust me, he was getting that bounty every week.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, facts. That's
For
when
sure.
football was
He started
real.
getting paid. Yeah.
There was no, it was a
Yeah.
Money was
below
made
the
out
belt. None of that stuff. That's when we had real football.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
of
go last, man. My y'all probably gonna laugh at me because mine's like kind of generic, but Eric Allen, that was my favorite. He was my favorite,
No,
man.
That's respect right
He
there.
was
I don't
my
think that's
favorite.
generic.
I wore 21 because of him. I wore
Hey,
21 because of him. So he was my favorite Eagle of all. Like besides Dawkins and McCoy, I'm a big
Yeah.
McCoy fan. That's my man.
My mom
When
always
he
had a
got
tough
traded,
time.
my wife took me to Applebee's and I got drunk. Um,
Fucking Chip
shout
Kelly,
out to the
man.
wife. Shout out to the
Yo,
wife.
I feel
But
that.
yeah, Eric Allen, man, he's my favorite man. He's my favorite player.
The McCoy era, I feel like doesn't get enough. It don't get enough burn. Like I really
It's
feel
still
like it
new.
should.
It's still new. It's still
I
new.
know, I know, and he just retired and all that.
Yeah, he just retired. So
But
it's
I
just
just feel like McCoy's he's a bigger legend than it's
yeah,
let
Chip
on
didn't
for.
care. He left. He left at the time where we really needed him. You know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah,
Chip,
I'll never forget that first time Buffalo came to Philly
he
and
kissed
we
the
beat
eagle.
them.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
I was there. I
Nah,
was
but not
there for
even
that
that.
game.
Afterwards, and I don't know why I can't find footage of this, but I distinctly remember that day the cameraman following him into the locker
Yeah,
room
he slammed
and
the
him.
helmet. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I
He
saw
was
that.
he was fucked up off it, man.
Yeah.
Like
Man.
he loved it, bro. He loved being here
Yeah.
or loved
he
being in Philly.
started bullying for his VIP spot. He beat their ass in the club too.
Yo,
So
Will, can you bring your mic
you
closer
heard?
to you or put some earphones on?
Is it too
Yeah,
loud?
No, you just
nah.
sound underwater. Like it sounds echo.
Yeah. But while he's doing that, I do want to go ahead and say, Prime, you did touch upon about how you guys did the license plate license plate guy, the charity donation. Fourth and John, and you guys have been involved with a lot of charity since you guys, kind of formed as a crew and like it really like started getting a lot of notoriety. So I just want to go ahead for one, say thank you for that. And then for two, like it leads the way for everybody else who's getting involved. Like it's really the way to fan the right way. The NFL and all these organizations, they do this, but part of it, as a fan, it's our duty as well, especially if we do have that chance to do it.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Definitely means a lot. Yeah, it's all about, just giving back. That's one of the things that we pretty much enforce at every tailgate on Sundays. Is just giving back to the fans, giving back to the people that, at the end of the day, Fourth and John wouldn't even be possible for a lot of these fans, a lot of these followers, guys
Mm-hmm.
like yourself. So, when we talk, we let, we come to the conclusion like, listen, man, we always try to better ourselves every Sunday.
Yep.
Other Sunday we go ahead and we try to better ourselves. We're gonna go ahead and improve on this. We're gonna go ahead and try this out. The cheesesteaks, the DJ, I mean the
The
hurt
Christmas.
season, rent
The
is due.
Christmas.
Yeah, the Christmas that when we ended up
That
getting the
was big.
gifts for Karate Mark, the Eagles autism. Then we have Chantel, whose son has autism. So we've been part of her charity as well.
And shout
Supported her
out to
on her book.
Matrix. Shout out to Matrix as well.
Matrix as well. Yep. And then you
Yeah,
got
shout out
Geo.
to
You know what I
Matrix.
mean? Geo. We try to keep in touch with Geo throughout the whole season. He gets a lot of.
Bro, you know what's crazy about Gio, bro? Remember that Detroit Lions game? It was me, you. We went on the financial Lincoln Financial tour or whatever.
Yeah.
Seeing little Gio and his parents, it was super nice.
Yeah.
They took my sticker, they took your sticker. They loved us, right? Me and you was just popping. We was just popping, and then boom, Gino this. Gino this.
Hey man, the kid. Yo, the
Shout
kid
out
is.
to Gino, man.
He's so talented. He you know what I mean. He's a fan. He's a fan of the game. I don't even understand why he gets the criticism that he does, man. But it's not cool. One,
it's not cool. It's not cool at all.
Nah, and to each his own. Like if he likes football players, then he's allowed to like football players. You know,
he
what
can
I mean?
do it any way he wants to do it.
Exactly, man. He can do whatever the hell he wants. Like
Eagle fans always popping off with that.
Yeah, man.
Well, speaking of that, people were getting on Jason Kelsey because Jason Kelsey was wearing the Chiefs jersey. That's his brother, bro.
Yeah,
damn.
Man, they got on Jalen Hurts for wearing the Houston Astros. He's from Houston, so that's his hometown. Well, he's supposed to rock his hometown.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, you know what I mean? Like I said, and then when I had the one-on-one with Gio, you know what I mean? I pretty much whispered in his ear, like, listen, you keep doing you. You know, the more they keep talking about you, then the more you're doing better. When they stop talking about you, then you got something to worry about. But other than that, right now, let them keep talking about you.
Bro, he's buzzing. You buzzing when you get on the Rich Eisen show.
Yeah, man.
You doing the big time you get on the Rich.
You know you're buzzing when you're breaking jersey numbers.
It's the truth, man.
Shout out to his parents, man. Shout out to his parents. His parents are super, super dope.
Yeah, Shannon's a sweetheart, man. And then the pops was they were trying to stay around the way, you know what I mean, because he's an IT guy. So I was trying to actually get him hooked up with something around the way so they could stay around here, but they ended up finding something better in Indianapolis, so they actually moved out there last weekend. Yeah. So and he's with his boy Carson. Him and Carson got a good relationship.
Yeah, he got a good relationship.
Yeah. Man, at the end of the day, I just thought it was terrible. That kids have heroes growing up, and most of the time, it's usually a sports athlete, And even to this day, as a grown man, I enjoy other players on other teams. You can't tell me I can't appreciate.
And that's what I try to tell people. I wish somebody would tell me something because, listen, I remember exactly. It was a couple years when Green Bay ended up kicking Cowboys out of the playoffs with that 30 seconds left on the clock, and when Dez didn't catch it, when Dez swore he caught it, but they didn't catch it. Oh, bro, I remember to this day, man. I was at a flower show with my girl. Yeah, I was getting the news, and then I started dancing. I started dancing on the walkway, bro. Like I was so happy. And then I came back, and I threw on a Green Bay jersey just to piss people off. And you know how much shit I got for that. But you know what? I tell them that I don't. Yeah, who are y'all to tell me what I can wear? Like I wish you would. I wish you would. Like for real.
It's crazy just trying to tell anyone how you're supposed to fan. Like there's no right or wrong way. Whether you wear jerseys, you wear the team's logos. You know what I'm saying? You got a man cave. You don't got a man cave. Like it's whatever feels right for you. It looks like King might have had a little technical difficulty.
Now, without him. People don't understand when Dez dropped it because he did drop it, hit the ground. Yeah, it was still 4.5 minutes left on the clock. Aaron Rodgers, he took the rest of the day off because he didn't need to. He already put up numbers in the first quarter. The game was over.
Yeah. Well, I do want to ask while we're waiting for King to come back. Rolling with Prime. You know what I'm saying? We see the premiere this season, correct?
Yeah, it was something that I went ahead and put together with the blessings of my boys. Yeah. So I tried it out. It was just pretty much about interacting with other fans such as myself. Okay. Giving them the opportunity to go ahead and speak up on things. I'm one that doesn't I don't hold back, man. I speak, I speak what's on my mind. So it was just that's what it was all about. You know, what I mean, interacting with fans and giving them the opportunity to speak. Um, Listen, coming into the podcast world, coming into the stream world and all that shit, it wasn't easy. It took some time to get used to, and I try to get better every time I get up on these things. And my boys Evan and Gail could go ahead and tell you, they're the ones that got the skills and the serious background when it comes to this stuff.
Yeah.
But when I'm on here, man, they know I'm just that fan that just likes to shoot the shit, and that's what Rolling with Prime was all about. You know, what I mean, getting interacting, and then like how Tim started off this show with the fact that how us fans come together as a family. You know what I mean? Like how we met up at the tailgates, how we clicked, how we've had people that gotten engaged at our tailgates. We have people that ended up getting married. We have relationships that started. We had relationships that ended. We had we had
we got relationships.
Stop cheating. Hey, stop talking. Stop talking to multiple girls, B. At the same time,
we had a lot of good things, some bad things. But look, the show never stopped. The show never stopped when it came to us, man. We were all about just giving back to the fans and the interaction we had with them. So it was the free beers, the cheesesteaks, the music, the giveaways, stuff like that. And that's what it was all about, man. I love interacting with fans when it comes to Eagle season, and my wife can tell you guys I'm just a whole totally different person, man. I'm all about Eagles, all about getting into that groove and having fun. And so tried it out. I got to 10 episodes, fell back a little bit, but it's something that I definitely want to go ahead and definitely bring back for the next upcoming season. Try some different things, and Tim could speak on this because we always got some ideas in our heads, and we want to try some different things out. I'm even at the point where like I want to put like some funny skits together, or just catch some videos of me, doing something crazy and wild. But at the same time, like we are kind of like getting to that. Let me see. I want to choose my words carefully here. We're getting at a stage where we kind of like have to watch what we do. So it's kind of like we get to that point where we want to go ahead and strive to do something. But then sometimes I gotta pump the brakes and be like, I forgot. You know what I mean? I gotta watch what I say, what I do, and all that stuff. So that's why it's like a back and forth thing. But stay tuned for that. You know what I mean? Rolling with Prime would definitely come back. I'm even looking to go ahead and get the wife.
I just want to say thank you for making me the first episode on Rolling.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? What
you got to put your little bro on there. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, bro.
Man. So, all right. So, the next segment, man, we're going to go finally to the NFC. We're going to go to the NFC Championship. Who are we taking? Affiliated Poppy, can you give me the point spreads, please?
Yep, I got them right here. Hold
on. We're going to go with Will first. Go ahead and put your input, my guy. Because of
So NFC 49ers, the Rams, they too physical for the Rams, man. That's the bottom line. The Rams, they're a finesse team on offense. On defense, they good, but they just got like Donald, Jalen, so they got a couple players there, but the 49ers just run over them. So it's gonna be
So you're picking the physical team, more physical team.
Yeah, I am.
Gotcha.
And they got that thing on them too, so it's like I don't think they can get past it this year. They already beat them twice on the comeback.
The Niners are only getting 3.5.
But don't tell me I can't root for Tom Brady. Y'all just said that, right?
Yo, that was the funniest thing ever. When I seen that group text and you said that, I said, I know Ill Will is not picking Tom Brady. And then on the top of that, you was the only person in the comments going off. Me and Rico was in the back.
That was Cuz going off about
Cuz was oh my god. Hey, you can't bro. Ain't no party without Ill Will, man. DJ AKA.
That was some BS. The NFL was like, finish the game. We don't got time for this other game. Let's go. Sorry, Tom. The check will be in the mail.
Well, the game is only the 49ers are only getting 3.5. So this is a much closer. So if anyone knows anything at home about sports betting, usually 3 points is the start and close of determining between a home team and an away team. So the fact that they're only giving them 3.5 points means that this is supposed to be a lot closer than people are probably anticipating.
I mean, they're on the road, so
the fact that's what I'm saying. The fact that they're on the road and they're only getting 3.5. Usually, the home team gets 3 automatically.
If you don't mind me going next, I want to.
No.
I'm gonna definitely time on this.
I'm the controller. I gotta go last.
Okay, so Sophie Stadium, it doesn't matter if that belongs to the Rams because I've seen 49er fans take over that place. I've seen, I've seen it on TV. They can't. Their fan base. Listen, I follow one of their biggest supporters, and that man is on Instagram every day so far. We're going on Tuesday. Won't be surprised if he continues it on. But every day he's pleading for his fan base to go and buy tickets because he is afraid and he knows San Francisco 49er fans are going to probably take over that stadium on Sunday.
It's already done.
All right. So I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm be honest with you. I'm be honest with you. They put a block on tickets.
Wow.
The Rams, the LA Rams put block on tickets. My wife tried to buy tickets on Monday. They put the block on it. They lifted the ban. We found tickets. We got some great tickets, right? She paid for them. PayPal blocked us from buying tickets. Money got sent back. So today, about 3 hours ago, my wife actually bought tickets. They're better seats than anything. So it all worked out. But Niner fans, I have to say, they've come out. They'll show out. So I gotta give it to them.
In reference to the fan base in the stadium, I wouldn't be surprised if, like I said, San Fran takes over. Now, talking about the game, man, I think it could go either way. Just the fact that San Fran beat these guys twice already this year, that doesn't really mean anything because this is it's a start over, man. This is right. This is
but it's 6 times though. It's been 6 times in a row.
I know, but you know what I mean. And then you got it. I hate when people bring out these stats because the minute they bring out these stats, it's always
out the window.
It's always out the window, and then it's a different outcome.
Yeah.
By
Be
heart,
careful because my wife is watching.
That's all right. I already know that. It's in the back of the mind. Jen. I don't. When it comes to the 49ers, man, and Jen, she knows I love her. The love that I have for her is more important than the love that I have for the San Francisco 49ers. Right? So, with that being said, I'm going to go with LA. All right.
Whoa. Man,
I'm going with
LA.
Come
to your house now. I can't come.
Whatever, man. She's going. And look, the only thing is that I hate LA just as well. This is a tough one. But I'm gonna go with LA, man. Look, you put all this shit together to finally get over the hump. I'm hoping that it pays off for you guys, and I think it will because Sam Bradford. I mean, did I just say Sam Bradford?
Yeah, you said Sammy Sleeves.
Stafford. Stafford is killing it right now, and with Cup, bro, those two, man, those two are just like unstoppable, bro. Like
that last play was fixed though.
Norman, and I don't even know what the status of Sherman. Sherman is done though. He's not playing for the rest of the
season. Sherman don't play for the Niners. He's playing for the Bucks.
Oh shit! Why did I think
Mosley?
Josh Norman. Josh Norman is not going to keep up with Cup, bro. I don't know, man. Not this time.
Josh Norman.
I mean, my thing is this though, and I watch a lot of Niner games.
You have no choice.
So, hold on. I didn't give mine yet. I thought you were last. I didn't give mine.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead. I was gonna go last. I'll never get to go.
Nah, I mean, honestly, I gotta roll with what Prime said. I mean, and it's like I said on the last
pod. For real, I ain't gonna be able to go. None of y'all. I can't hang out with.
I'm sorry, but look, it's like I said the other day. For Los Angeles, man, for these guys to invest everything that they've invested into this team, the salary, the number 1 draft picks. They're not going to have draft picks for the next 5-6 years. Like that's
our kids will be in high school by the time they have a first round.
Yeah, they'll be damn near
man.
driving by the time they have a first round draft pick.
Yeah.
So I mean, for them, the only success this season, is a Super Bowl, not an NFC championship, not this winning or losing this game. It's got to be a Super Bowl for any of this to be a halfway success. They have to bring it all the way back. You built a whole new stadium in this town,
Right.
and you
It
put
might be
all this money into it. You have to bring it.
what I saw the other day.
Huh?
It might be NFL assisted according to that defense they play in that situation. I've never seen I've been playing football or watching football.
Well, what I wanted before I hand it off to you, King, I do want to preference this and ask because you actually were in Dallas, so you can also tell us what the Niners did in Dallas, how they took over that stadium, and probably what led them to putting this plan on the tickets with your pick.
So I'm gonna have to give a lot of props to their defense. They have grit, and I'm gonna have to say that grit comes from Philadelphia Eagles own DeMeco Ryans. People don't remember him. Remember he taught Jordan Hicks play football, and then he's their defensive coordinator. And they have some special guys on their defense. They got Fred Warner, they got Tart, they got Mosley. Their safeties can do work. Their safeties can cover anybody. I got to give it to them. And their front seven is nasty. They kind of remind me of the 2017 Eagles. They just don't have a Fletch. They have okay. Hold up. Special alert. Got Birdman in the spell. What up, Birdman? What up?
What up, Birdman?
And then they got Bosa. Bosa. He wreaks havoc. You know what I'm saying? So I think for what I've seen, and from what Sam Darnold. I'm Sam Darnold. I'm over here.
Y'all got Bradford.
Biting the cool. I'm over here biting the cool.
Bradford still getting paid.
Man, Stafford. Matt Stafford. So
You're
Matt
welcome.
Stafford. That's right.
You're welcome.
So Matt Stafford, man, it just depends. It depends if he's going to be Detroit Lions quarterback, Matt Stafford, or he's going to be the LA Rams. That's what it depends on. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. I think it's going to be. I think you know what, and I'm going to say it like this. I think it's going to be like a divisional game. This is going to be insane. I think the AFC game is going to be insane as well. That Kansas City and that Buffalo game was crazy. Yeah. Same thing with the Rams and that Rams in Tampa Bay. So I'm in for a good game. The Cowboys one was a good one too. So I got to go with my wife, man. You know what it is, yo. You know what I'm saying? Got to home come first. Okay,
man. He ain't trying to sleep on that sofa. I get it.
Hey, I do want to preface it by saying though, was this real? Was it real that was Stafford's first playoff win?
Ever? That's crazy.
First what?
That's crazy.
That was Stafford's first playoff win.
He didn't have it. He didn't have it with Detroit. He didn't have it with Detroit. So yeah,
he did. But I thought he had at least got one with.
He would have got one if they didn't rob him with the Cowboys. That was they should never.
He did get robbed. That Cowboy, he got robbed. He got robbed. Yeah. He got robbed. Yo, shout out to Mark. Yo, Mark, I owe you a T-shirt. I urge you to the Swoop Squad's T-shirt. I got you, B. Just let me know what your size is.
I thought he got one with Megatron, yo. I thought he got at least one.
No. Has Megatron even got a playoff win?
No, I don't even remember Megatron.
If
I don't think Megatron got one.
If Stafford doesn't have a playoff win, then I would imagine that he has.
The Lions ain't won a playoff game since Scott Mitchell.
Scott Mitchell.
Hey, exactly. So, Mark, just to rebuttal to you, Mark, Debo is a card. He's the brand new Cordell Patterson. He is the brand new one, more physical, more faster. He is Terminator 2, Terminator 3, whatever it is. I've never seen somebody like I compare him and AJ Brown. Man, AJ Brown should be
kind of like Antoine.
We're not going to go that route. And Antoine Bolden. That's why I see Debo, bro. Debo is a beast, bro. That dude can do everything. He can run the ball, and it's crazy. He's not a running back. He literally from Debo from Friday, like what $200. You know what I'm saying? That's my bike punk. He's
gonna stay at my house.
Everybody. He just punking everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Birdman said, "I've heard of cock blocking, but not seat blocking. Come on, Rams." Womp womp womp.
Yeah,
real, that's crazy.
where's this little? What's this called? What's this
I know he had the cool little noise. I like this noise.
Yeah, he got this little ding.
Facts. Nah, man. I mean, I think it's going to be a good. I think no matter what, as corny as it always sounds, the fans are going to be the winners come Sunday.
Facts. All right,
For
so I
football.
got two more. I got two. Well, I got two, and then a bonus for you.
Boom.
All right. So we are. Well, I know you personally. So your favorite thing is to do is to work out. You love going to the gym. Every time I'm home, we're going to the gym. I love it. That's how we get it in, right? So my question is this to you: who is the 3 players from Philadelphia history you would love to work out with?
Well, I know we said that we weren't going to go ahead and mention Brian when it comes to the favorite
Well,
player.
Brian invited you. Brian Dawkins invited you.
Yes, he invited me
invited
to do a workout, and I even gave the guys a heads up that I'm going to be pushing for that to happen soon, because
Go ahead
I'm
and tell
looking forward
Gail.
to that intense workout with Brian Dawkins.
You'll be
Brian
feeling
Dawkins
you're gonna feel the Holy Spirit when you work out with him.
Brian Dawkins is definitely one. Willie T. I don't know. Will might be Willie T. Willie T. Yo, listen, man. That man was probably one of my biggest inspirations to get the shoulders where I got them at right now. That man had some shoulders on him. So Willie T was definitely one that I like to go ahead and work out with. And yo, not for nothing, man. I run into this dude all the time, and I haven't seen him in this past year because we were at one point affiliated with Green Legion, but we're no longer with them. And that's Hollis Thomas, man.
Yes,
bro.
Shout out to Hollis Thomas. He follows me. He follows me.
I don't even know if we would get an actual workout.
He's
actually.
I think he's going to come on the show. He's actually going to join us.
Well, that's what's
he's going
up,
to join
man.
us on the show.
All right, that's
We're going to have Hollis Thomas on the show.
Yeah, listen, man. I definitely would love to get a workout in with that, man.
But he said he wants to do a push-up competition. Listen, I'm like 6'3".
I don't even understand.
I'm like 6'3", like 270. But I don't know how I probably can do like 30 push-ups, bro. I can't do. He has no neck.
And not only that,
keto spikes.
And not only that, you know, I mean, his arms ain't long enough, so he gonna be doing those.
That's what I'm saying. So my arm wingspan is like 6'8". Like that's unfair. That's not fair.
Yeah, you have to work up to get that endurance for them when you long.
That's what I'm saying.
I was Army. I know.
No. Real talk. Real talk. I asked him. I said, "You want to be on the show?" He said, "Yeah." He was like, "But we got to do a push-up competition." I was like, "Well, Hollis, I'm 6'3", like 270, and I got long. I'm built like a linebacker, but I got basketball arms. I don't think that's fair." But hey, I gotta do what I gotta do to get him on the show.
Hey, I'll be rooting you on. I'll be right there rooting you on.
Thanks. And so my co-host, Will, and affiliated Poppies is gonna be like, go ahead, King, go.
You got it.
I could probably get.
I got your back. I got your way back.
I'm just 20 of them for you.
Man, I'm Army. I knock out 50 on them.
Well, you got the military.
People don't know. Yeah, you got to remember.
You got the military, Joe. You know what I mean? I have the college. I have college experience. I got a little bit of pro in me. Nah, man, that ain't gonna work.
Different, though. That's an endurance thing. It's not a strength thing. You know what I mean? You gotta do them more. You know what I mean? That's just...
But look at his size. He's stocky.
Yeah.
I'm taller. I'm 6'3" versus.
I know.
I was
I know. It's
that's what I'm saying. That's unfair. That's unfair.
Yeah.
We're gonna make it work, so we're gonna get him on the show. But we're gonna make it work. So on this one, and this is the one I have to ask you because we've talked, but you got a lot going on, and happy wedding anniversary as well.
Yes,
to you and Autumn. So definitely want to talk about that. We'll mention that. I'm sorry, but let me get your thoughts on this guy. What's up with Jalen, man?
Nick or Jalen?
Let's do both.
I guess both.
All right.
Let's do both.
Hey, look, Nick
Oh
Sirianni,
wait,
I think.
hold on, Prime. I don't want to cut you off, but I want to include this in this because Birdman, when he was on our show the other day, did bring up some dirt about Jalen Hurts and how Devontae and them might have been talking a little smack when they were in college
Jalen.
together. And
All
then,
right, whoa, you said the trigger word.
oh wait, Hurts?
I said Jalen Rigger. I did.
Oh,
My bad.
Oh,
yeah,
you said.
yeah.
My bad. My bad.
But so
I didn't plan this drink. I gotta go get mine.
That was one shot. That's
We're
this
doing
is
good.
a Swoop Boys record, man. We're doing well. Man, it's only one
But
shot.
also you put some guys we ain't really bugging on today's episode, so
True.
they're safe for today.
Let's
Yeah,
say
yeah.
Sunday.
But,
Well, I won't be here Sunday. But next
so
Tuesday.
Devontae allegedly with CD kind of talked a little bit smack about happy to see Jalen Hurts leave the school after the championship game, and he went away to Oklahoma after that. And then we see Eli Apple getting a little spicy on Twitter with Devontae, talking about he big mad that Jalen Hurts is his quarterback. So I want to do you believe the hot takes in the streets? And then I also want to know how you feel about these two gentlemen that are representing our team right now.
So I pretty much caught like the end of that whole stuff that went down today. Didn't really have time to feed into it or really look into it much. But uh Eli Apple really don't got no room to talk. He's trying to stir up something, and it's just not. He kind of reminds me of what was my man's name that played for the Giants? Cromartie.
Roger
Nah,
Roger Kamadi. He played the
Roger
Eagles too.
Cromartie, where he goes into a shop claiming, "Oh, we got 3 Super Bowl rings." Bro, you weren't even part of none of
You
that
weren't in front of
team.
that,
It's kind of like that. Eli Apple, I'm not paying that dude no mind, man, because somebody also posted mad videos of him getting burnt like on every
Oh my
play.
god.
Oh,
And if he
He
wasn't getting burnt,
yeah.
he was catching
He
flags. So
torched.
yeah, he definitely got torched on that. In reference to the comments that may be true or may not be true, Devontae has to understand him and Jalen right now are our future. Unless something changes, they're our future. So they're gonna have to make it click, regardless on how he felt about him. Um, he was you could see some of his frustration during the seasons. I was
Yes.
there at a lot of the games, seeing it live. Saw it a lot in Charlotte when we were at the Carolina game. Saw his frustration. The last game against Dallas. No, not against Dallas. I'm sorry. What was the game before Dallas? Shit, I was at the game. Can't even remember the game before Dallas. You saw the frustration.
Washington.
Washington game. There
Oh,
it
I didn't
was.
know if you got the first one or the second.
Washington game. You saw a lot of frustration at the Washington game. Giants game as well, especially at that Giants game. Especially at that Giants game. That Giants game, you just saw Devontae was just pissed off.
Yeah.
So that may lead to some of the comments being true. But you see some of the interactions they have on the sideline. You see, what I mean, when things go right, they click. That may lead to some of the comments not being true. So it's up in the air. But like I said before all that, you got to make it work. You two are
Yeah.
right now representing our team. You two right now are our future. So forget all the bullshit or squash that shit or whatever. You know what I mean? Let's move past that. Where I stand with Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts. Listen, Nick came in and he surprised myself, and I'm just speaking on my behalf. He surprised me. The expectations weren't, where he put us at. I didn't expect him to get us into the playoffs. I didn't expect him to have the outcome that he did. Truth be told, but he was my coach. You know what I mean? I was happy about the way he went upon disciplining the players. He went upon uh, letting people know about their shit. Like, you need to do it this way. You know what I mean? Stop doing it that way. His coaching scheme was totally different than what we were accustomed to seeing the past few years with
Yeah.
Dougie P and everything. Now, don't get me wrong, Dougie P.
Accountability.
Yeah, Dougie
Accountability.
P. You got us our Super Bowl trophy, but then after that, it just went downhill. You just weren't the
Yeah.
same. So it was that time Nick came in and he changed a lot of shit, and then he surprised me on the outcome. Jalen Hurts. I'm gonna make this very clear. I know they've been back and forth all week about on Twitter, all last week as well after that loss. Um, he's our future. Now, again, if something changes, because us fans don't control the destiny, the organization does. Howie, Jeff, they're the ones that are going to make the decision. Um, he is our quarterback, and I hope that he develops, because I'm not going to go ahead and beat around the bush. He's got a lot of shit to work on, man. He's not the whole comparison with him and Josh Allen. That shit is just crazy. You're going to go ahead and compare these guys based off of their rookie year. Listen, okay, I get it. I get it. I've been down this road where there's two quarterbacks, one being the worst quarterback ever, one being the greatest quarterback ever. But when they went back to that rookie year, yeah, the comparisons were the same. But
Yep.
I'm telling you right now, it doesn't look like it's going to go down that same path. So
Nah, they different kind of quarterbacks too.
that's what I'm
No,
saying. And
yeah,
look,
they're not the
look,
same kind of quarterback. It's,
Josh Allen is the proof in the pudding that development can make him a better quarterback.
yeah, yeah, but
Absolutely.
That's
Josh
just
Allen
the
got an
thing.
arm is unreal. Like
Yes,
his,
he does.
Yes.
But the
but Jalen can run
development
the
part,
ball.
the key word here is being developed. If they're going to go ahead and go all in on Jalen Hurts, then I'm for it. As long as you put that time into getting this man developed.
Yeah.
Because if you don't focus on getting him developed, or if you don't get him that help to be developed, we got no chance of that man being at the level of the quarterback comparisons that we saw this past weekend. No
Yep.
chance. All
Yep.
right,
Yeah,
because
but
there
so
was no way Jalen Hurts was on any of those guys' levels.
Nah.
yeah, so what you're preaching right now is basically what all three of us have been saying.
Yeah.
When you put that green jersey on, you put that midnight green jersey on. I'm rooting for you. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. At the end of the day, though, I'm a fan. I can't control anything. All I do is can support. All I can do is support.
Right.
Yep.
But for you to sit there for other people to be in the debate about Jalen Hurts is not the quarterback and Jalen Hurts is, just sit back and let it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let it happen.
Right.
Just chill. Because
Yep.
you can't. You,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, they're taking my money. They're taking your money. Everybody on the screen right here, they're taking our money. And what we're going to do, we're going to show up week after week after week supporting our Philadelphia Eagles.
Yep.
Right.
That's all
And
we can
whoever-
do.
And whoever's
And all we can
underselling.
do is hope for the best. And right
some
now,
people-
man, we're young. And when you're young, what's the thing is, when you're young, you can build talent. When you're building talent in that position, put talent around him. Then give him a chance. But so many people are so ready just to cut him out like a cookie cutter and throw him away.
Nah, it's,
You
it's
and like I said in the last podcast, you seen what Miami did with Tannehill, and Tannehill's over here balling. Yes, I know that's a different offense because their offense is all about running, and they got King Henry, they got AJ, they got Julio Jones. But look what they did. They brought talent to their team.
Yep.
They brought talent around him. Give us
And then-
that and see what we can do. That's all.
And
I
Mark
agree.
says the same thing. Mark says Allen has a lot more weapons on offense.
Weapons.
You give a guy weapons, you give him the right tools around him, and I guarantee he's going to surprise you with what he does.
what
I
that
like
goes-
what he did this year. Like I saw from last year, he had some holes in his game. He still got some, but he was fumbling the ball. But he came back in and he took care of that. So he's making the strides he needs to make. And Nick's running the offense without Howie over top of him now because we know how he was making him pass the ball like that because that's not even his forte, right? So, yeah. So I think he's going to be all right, man. I do.
So if Howie sticks to what he said last week on building around this dude, then I'm all for it. But like I said, man, you got to develop him. He has to learn how to get past that first read. That's
Yeah.
that's
He does.
one of his problems. The other thing is stop following your main target all the way down. You're giving away too many plays.
Yeah.
The third thing is that arm. Listen, uh, me and Evan on our last episode, I straight out came and I told him, listen, Evan, I gotta disagree with you because me being a baseball player, I still play ball. Your arm could get better as time goes on. There's pitchers that are in their late 30s, going into their 40s that are pitching way faster than they did when they were in their 20s.
Yep.
So it's a possible thing. You go out there and you get the right personnel to go ahead and help you train, you can make it happen. So
He has enough arm strength, I think.
and he does have arm strength. Like, look,
Yeah.
there's video of him. He's made
Yeah.
54-yard passes. He made a 44-yard pass. He's got the arm
That's true.
strength,
Yeah.
but he needs to learn how to lead his receivers, get past that first read, and stop targeting that playmaker the whole way down, because he was giving up a lot of plays. Now,
Yeah.
you saw the video from that Tampa Bay games. That coach, man, was calling it out on the sideline. Like, dude,
And, all right,
he
so
don't
I
know
don't
how.
mean to interrupt, Prime. I don't mean to interrupt. So when you're going into that, right? When he's saying that he can't read,
He can't read.
they figure the best play to bracket. This is what they did. Take away Devontae, right?
Yeah.
Then you bracket the other wide receiver, which was Goddard, because that's his go-to, right?
Right,
You
right.
bracketed him,
Regular season, but not
make
yet.
him, and then after that, you make him move out of the quarterback box
That's a shot.
and make him move left.
That's a
You
shot.
make him move left. That's it.
He's not green too, though.
But you have. But this is what I'm saying, though. Like that. Oh, damn.
You're right,
But
though.
this is what
Prime.
I'm saying,
You're right.
though.
You're right, King.
But am I right though?
Yeah, you're right. And that's what Swoop was. He was frustrated all year, but they're going to bracket you because you're the only receiver on the team. They're forcing Rager out there again, but
Damn,
you know,
we were on the roll.
No, Ill Will says it every time.
Wait, what did Sirianni say?
That's why
What
we
did
had to switch it up, because we had Carson Wentz. He was saying Carson Wentz all the time.
you are another one of my.
Hold on.
One of
Number
my
11.
What is-
Number 11.
Why he's
What
still
did
out
Sirianni
there.
say?
Out.
It's always him. It's always him.
Look, why is he still out there? You got the
Hold
two
on,
guys
hold on.
in the practice squad, right?
Yeah.
What's his name? Fogram. Yeah, I don't know how to
He's
say
here
it.
no more.
Right,
Oh,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
out.
Vogel's
Nah,
out the
yeah.
league.
But
No,
Ward,
no.
you got
Nah, he ain't at the
Ward,
league.
you got
Got
Byron,
Ward.
you got Boston Scott. You could have
West.
threw
So
them
you got
back there.
Jonathan Hightower.
yeah, Hightower too. Hightower, he caught more
Yeah,
balls than
Hightower. So we got Jonathan Hightower, and then you have Keyshawn
West.
Johnson. Oh, no,
Okay, he
Keyshawn
got rid of
Johnson.
him. Okay, but still.
All right,
what
yo,
is-
quick question.
Wait,
All
hold
right,
on.
so let's answer the question, and then I'm gonna get right back to you. I'm sorry. He said I'm gonna take all y'all money too. Laugh out loud, Prime. You don't want that smoke.
What's
What's
he referencing to though?
He's referencing. Here we go.
Bring
So,
in Mr. Miyagi.
Birdman is a big Jalen Hurts ain't gonna do anything. He's not gonna do nothing. He's a bum. You know what I mean? He's putting him out there like he's a bum.
Yeah, but
He gonna give me
This
that
is-
poncho.
He gonna give you that poncho, and he gonna give me that bat. I'm gonna get that bat when I'm gonna crown on top of it. Okay, and it will. I'm going back to you. Go ahead, Will. Sorry.
oh, I was just saying that at the wide receiver number 2 position, we should have made some changes. We should have had at least somebody number 84 get in there and play. Put Quez in the slot. Bring one of the guys up. We got to look. He was out there too. He wasn't doing anything.
Well, I'll
Oh,
tell you,
yeah.
being at the games, we were screaming for that. I lost my shit on a lot of times. That man, you ain't gonna get me to say
Quick question though,
anything.
Prime. Did you lose a lot of your shit on the punt returns?
Mainly on the punt returns.
Hey,
Mainly on the punt return. Listen,
Started doing that though. I was just
Tim,
telling.
I
Like,
was
you
getting
had
ready.
so many other
I was
options.
getting ready to head out to my brother's last week during that Tampa Bay game at halftime, and as
Shout
I'm
out to
walking
Will.
out just to go turn on the truck, I come back in, and Autumn is waiting at the doorway, and she's got a face, and I was like, "What?" She's like, "You don't want to look." I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "You don't want to look at the TV." I was like, "Did that fucking pussy fumble?" And she's like, "Mm-hmm." I was like, "That's it. Get the kids. We're leaving." I was so mad. I was so mad, bro. I'm done with that.
I was just
I'm done
telling
with that.
because that's all he can do is return. What?
He can't even do that right, bro.
Can't
I'm
do
done
that.
with him. Listen, this week, word is he wants a fresh start. Bro, you let me know. I'll be your Uber driver. I'll come and pick you up. I'll take you to the airport my goddamn self.
I'm the
Say
Eagles.
no more.
I'm giving away
I
the
would
free
get
leg
you out of
machine,
this
the leg
city
machine,
quick
and
as
Raider.
hell. I would get you out of this city quick as hell. You ain't got nothing to worry about, man.
Y'all need
Like,
some new equipment in your gym? We'll package that up too. Take him.
Perfect.
He has to go.
I bet nobody realized we was gonna miss how great we were on special teams when Chip was the coach. Hey, y'all can't. We were.
Josh
Hey,
Huff.
that was
Josh
the
Huff
one
and Kenyon Barner.
bro. That was the one great thing Chip Kelly did after the first season. We were
You
nice.
know what was
on special
crazy?
teams.
Yeah.
But you know what was crazy? We were doing warm-ups. We were doing 3-man weave with no basketball. That shit was crazy.
We
Chip
doing
was
our-
nice. Chip had some nice plays, man. His problem was he thought he could do it all the time.
Yeah.
He
No,
don't
the
slow
problem.
down.
Okay, this is what I give about Chip.
He got
Chip was
figured out.
innovative. Thank you. He was
Yeah.
really innovative, but the problem was though he would do the same fucking plays but just switch sides.
Same snap count.
Well,
And
he
snap
didn't
count.
Formation.
He didn't realize when he brought the read option to the NFL that
He
people.
didn't bring it.
Well,
He
you know what I'm
didn't
saying.
bring
He
it?
made it. He didn't. No, but you know he really.
When he was
really
trying to
lived and
enforce
died.
it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He tried
Yeah.
to really live and die by it.
Yeah.
He didn't.
But he was trying to do it with Mark Sanchez. What Nick Foles could do it.
Sanchez.
He was decent with it. And so was Vic. When he got rid
It
of Foles, it was
Vic was special with it. Vic was special.
he got rid of all
He ain't lying.
Got
to
rid of the
get-
whole squad.
the chip bots. He brought all those chip bots in and they just didn't work out.
Yeah.
All right, so fellas, we've already covered everything. So this is my last question, and this is one that goes to everybody. And I appreciate everybody. I appreciate all you guys just dropping a little bit of your time and jumping on the podcast. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah,
Even though
appreciate
you two belong on this jump, but I appreciate
Yeah.
it. What is your favorite childhood memory for being an Eagles fan? Let's start with affiliated Poppy.
My favorite childhood memory or just
Childhood memory as an Eagles fan. What was the greatest thing? Prime, you're going last because yours is pretty dope.
That's cool.
Well, honestly, it's not going to be a particular memory like of a game or anything like that, but it would just really be every Sunday when my grandfather, rest his soul, every Sunday I knew what we were doing. We was gonna go pick up a batch of chicken wings. We was gonna sit down. He was gonna have his pint of Hennessy right there. I know he was gonna scream at the TV. So, oh, here go this shit again.
Every old head says that. Shout out to the old heads. Shout out to the old heads. Here we go. My pops is the same way. My pops does it to the same.
Yeah, this shit
he'll
go
call
again.
me.
Rough.
Yeah, man, just vibing out every Sunday, you know, with Pop, you know what I'm saying, and you know, like the family just being together and just enjoying the birds, man. That like really, that's what we do. Like every Sunday, I knew that. So honestly, it's just gonna be that in general, bro.
That's what's up. Well, what's going on? Tell me.
Oh, so my first game, I think, was probably 78. My dad took me to and played the Cowboys. And this is the vet, right? This was the Goon 700. We weren't in the 700 level. We was in the next level down. And the Cowboys scored a touchdown. And somebody peed from the top of there onto the lady. The lady was clapping and she was a Cowboys fan.
Good old Philadelphia.
My pop was like, oh, man, this is crazy. But that's not my favorite. That's my first game. My favorite, 1980 when we beat the Cowboys in the NFC Championship game. That was it, man. I was like, yeah, that was it.
That's fire. So that's Jaworski.
Yo, you ain't right. You ain't even right.
Oh, I'm about to go Birdman with Jaworski. We're gonna let it go. You know what?
Man.
He's the Eagles alumni. We're gonna let it go.
That's funny. So my childhood memory, man, was my first game in 1993. Eagles versus the New York Giants, December 15th. It was freezing cold. Me and my pops went.
My birthday.
Okay. Shout out to the birthdays, you know what I'm saying, December. My pops, we won that game, and we were down for a little bit, and my pops was a little drunk, and went to the drunk tank and went to the jail. The judge underneath the vet And my mom had to pick me up, and my mom was pissed.
It's a legend.
Yeah, so my pops is a legend, man. Shout out to Derek Conway. That's my
Shout out.
pops. Yeah, shout out to my pops. My pops, he's original Philadelphia South Side Jersey. That's what he is, man. And to this day, I'm 37 years old. I still try to be like him. We FaceTime every Sunday if we're not watching the game together to talk about the birds and we take a shot together. So shout out to my pops, man. He made me an Eagles fan. If it wasn't for him, I would not be an Eagles, Sixers, Phillies fan. So shout out to my pops, man. But that's me. That's my childhood memory. Southside Jersey, stand up. What's up?
All right. Shout out to X McCaffrey.
All right, Brian, talk to us. Yours is legendary. Yours is super legendary.
Yeah. So 86 was pretty much my prime time on getting into the Eagles. Now, um, I became an Eagles fan, and shout out to my cousin Leo, man. Leo, I was pretty much like shadowing this dude. He was like the big brother of all of us. Fan, big Reggie White fan. So I came into the Buddy Ryan era. Um, 80, like I said, 86, 85, 86 is when I really got into the Eagles. And I never forget when I caught an Eagles Cowboys game, and that's how the rivalry started with me. That was like my first game that I sat down and I watched. We got our asses spanked. They ran up the score on us. 2 weeks later, we see them and they came to the vet. We didn't run up the score, but we didn't let down. And I remember that it was that kneel down that Randall Cunningham, that fake kneel down that Randall Cunningham was supposed to do, and ended up throwing it into the end zone to Calvin Williams. Pissed. It pissed Jim Johnson off, and him and Buddy Ryan were getting ready to go at it.
Was that the fat rear end comment?
It was something like that. Yeah. It was something like that.
I was only one. Sorry, guys.
He ran a score up on it.
I wasn't here yet.
I was born in 1985.
Yeah. But
I was right in the pants.
That's when I got it. That's when I got into the whole Eagles thing. Now, my very first game ever was in 1995 playoff game against the Detroit Lions. We ended up winning that game 51-26. Yeah, it was a shootout, man. Randall Cunningham threw like a 56-yarder right before halftime. I can't remember if it was the Fred Barnett or Calvin Williams, but got out of that place. It was like the best moment of my life. Got out of that place, walked into the streets, high-fiving people I've never seen in my life. The place was going crazy, and then we ended up working our way back into the vet. And Will might be able to remember. It was easy to get down to the locker rooms or to the tunnel where the players were coming out back then. Man. Yeah, so we ended up catching up with a lot of the players afterwards, and I met Willie T at the time because he had just came onto the squad. I met Calvin Williams, Fred Barnett, Eric Allen. I saw Randall from a distance, didn't meet him, but it was just like that was my highlight. That was the best thing. But if there's one favorite game as of right now, of course, is that one game against the Cowboys where we stopped them twice on that 4th and goal.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Zordic back in the day, man, made that happen. Yo, it was
that was crazy.
Yeah, those were epic games. So that's my history with that, man.
That's what's up. Philadelphia Faith, I appreciate you jumping in, man. Thank you. Yo, here they come. Go Sixers. So we got a comment from him as well. He's an Eagle fan since 2003. Man, I was about to graduate high school. He was not happy.
Yeah, hold on. I graduated in 07. I just started high school.
I was already out of high school.
We must be around the same age, or he must be a little younger than me.
Yeah, so he's probably a little younger than you. And then also he said that his first game was 2009, Eagles versus San Diego Chargers. Left like, oh, okay. All right. Yo, like I told y'all, West Coast Birds, California, Las Vegas, y'all rep.
Yeah, they rep to the fullest.
Yeah.
But it's Will, and Rico, y'all don't count because y'all from where we're from. So
We got no
Yeah.
choice. Out my
yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't ever.
Y'all ain't got
it
no
was never
choice.
gonna be
Y'all ain't got no choice. But yeah, man, I appreciate you guys for jumping on. This is the Swoop Boys, episode number 5, special guest, my big brother Prime. You know how it is. Not I love you to death, man.
Likewise,
your
bro.
family. I hope your mom's is good. You know your pops is watching down on you, and he's he's smiling at you. He's telling you that you're doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
and it's the man you became, man. You're just a good dude, a good human being.
Man.
You know what
I
I'm saying?
try my
a good
best,
father
man.
as well.
I try
Good
my
father
best.
as well.
I try my best.
Most definitely.
I appreciate that.
Ill Will. Any last words for the peoples?
Man, nothing. Just big shout out to Lot F, Lot P. We doing it big next year. I didn't get out that much this year because I wasn't feeling the whole like back and forth and how we instituting the past stuff. I knew something was going on, but towards the end of the year, I had planned to go to all the playoff games, so it didn't work out for us. But we're gonna ride the Sixers, we're gonna ride the Flyers, and we're gonna turn it around next year for sure.
Flyers need all the help they can get.
Yeah, he needs some help.
Yeah,
Bobby Clark,
big help.
look, Bobby was my dude. Like when I was a kid, he messed up a lot of stuff.
Yeah, man.
Birdman wants to know, Prime, will you be in Arizona?
Hey, listen, I'm gonna make that very clear, man. We've been talking about this for years. It's time for me to get babied by Tim, so I'm definitely going to Arizona. All right, I'm crashing at the crib. I'm taking over the house. All right, I'm putting my feet up. Nah, I'm just telling. Nah, I definitely want to go ahead and make it to the desert, man. It's something that we've been talking about and looking to go ahead and make it happen. Me, myself, the Fourth and John boys. Who knows? Wifey might even come. Kids might come. That might be that trip that I might have to go ahead and have them tag along.
Yeah.
So get ready. Get ready for the monsters to be running around, bro.
We got Arizona next year too, right?
Well, number one, Amaya and Ari, Mari, they just kill it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Well, you still got to worry about the other monster.
Lucky
will get around.
Oh yeah, I forgot Little Lucky. Yeah. I'm gonna have to buy a big ass basket of blueberries. He'd be like, "Oh, Tim, get some blueberries."
Yeah.
Yo, son, love blueberries.
That kid
killing
kills
them.
That's how Lex is. Lex is all about
man. He be killing them. So that must be a Puerto Rico thing. That must be a Puerto Rican thing. I don't know what it is, big. But I love my Puerto Ricans. Shout out to word is bond though. Okay, so all right. So I'm back home, right? We're at Walmart. We're at Walmart for like 2 hours. I swear to God, right? I'm with Luch, Prime. So okay, because we're sitting here calling each other our real names.
Yeah.
So I'm with Luch, right? I'm with Luch and Will, and we were literally in the toy section for like an hour
for a minute. Reminiscing, bro.
Yeah, we were reminiscing from the 80s and stuff like that, right? And so we're looking, whatever. He goes, yo, T, I got you. I'm gonna get you the champagne. How you say it? How you say it, Luch? Say it.
Oh, cola champagne.
Yeah.
Bro, cola champagne.
Life changer.
I try to tell him, like, yo, once you have it, it's never going to be the same.
Life changer.
He started calling people. He started calling people back, like, yo, start finding me this shit. Can y'all find it? Do you know where I can get it at?
It's not in Arizona. It's not in Arizona.
No, I don't have it.
I'll be bringing back a lot of
have it on the West.
I go down to Florida like twice a month. I'll be bringing back the Medalla. I'll be bringing back the gasolinas, all that stuff.
Yeah, you
got. I'll be throwing it in the rig, and my partner he be cracking it up because he be right there with me like I need all this shit.
Yeah.
My garage is a nice stronghold. Let's just say that.
Prime, we'll be talking after this. I'll have to fill you in. Draft in Vegas. So
yeah.
But yeah,
I'll be there.
Affiliated Poppy. Any last words?
Hey man, I'm sorry, Joel Embiid. You deserve better. You know what I'm saying?
You do.
Hopefully next season we really do get Harden here. I'm sorry you got stuck with that sucker Ben Simmons, and that's all I gotta say.
Kardashians.
Yo, real talk. Yo, Rico has been on the Sixers. Okay, so in a month, me and Rico will be talking about the Sixers, but he can't let go of it.
No, man, because we was riding with the boys. With the W.
I know, but Wusa.
Hold on. I gotta say,
we got 3 weeks. We got 3 weeks for football. Let's do 3 weeks for football, and after that, we're gonna start on the Sixers.
All I'm saying is Joel Embiid deserved to be the East Coast Player of the Week. He got 50 points this season. 40 and 40.
I'm stuck.
You
stuck with two cousins. This is what happens when you stuck with two cousins. They be going off. We got that same gene, man. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it alone. Look, man.
Trust me, same with this dude. I said, if he come there, who got you your jersey?
Hey, Cuz did give me my first Harper jersey.
Exactly. I gave out 10 of them.
Yep.
Damn, where mine at? I need mine.
Yeah. I got one.
Yeah, cuz.
Got you.
Come on, cuz I need mine, cuz. Yeah.
I mean,
all right.
He paid for him, but
Luce, tell him, Luce.
I just want to definitely thank you guys for having me on the show, man. It was a pleasure. Definitely mad props to you guys for the collab you guys got putting together, man. I see you guys are doing y'all thing, so definitely proud of y'all. Keep grinding, man. Like I said, it's all about eating. Everybody's eating, man. That's what we're doing right now.
right.
So whatever way we can help you guys out, by all means, let us know. The Fourth and Joint boys are all about sharing the love and putting people out there. So but regardless of whatever it is, let's just enjoy the off season. Be patient to see what happens. The draft is a few months away. We could get some surprises there, and anything is possible, man. Anything is possible. So I know, speaking on my behalf, I'm just going to be patient. But if I sit here and tell you that I wouldn't be surprised if something happens, I'd be lying to you.
Okay. All right. So my last, I did get some intel. I'm going to put it this way. Don't be surprised if we make a move for a quarterback. Don't be surprised.
Sucks, man. I'm actually not doubting.
Okay, just putting that out there. Yeah, don't be surprised. Number 2, win or lose, we still fly. Go Birds. Thanks for joining the show. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Every week, Tuesday and Sunday, we are on. Thank you guys. We've risen from, I think it was like 40. We were at 34, right? We're damn near at 60. So thank you so much. And the views, man, y'all been killing the views. Thank you so much.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Go Birds.
Go Birds, baby.
Boys. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you guys. And
we
out.
So I figured out the comment.